President Trump says the NATO summit was, quote, tremendous. Listen to this.
Some have truly answered the call, and others are making big changes and will be answering the call. I think I can say in all cases they're going to be answering the call, and we'll be taking in over $1 trillion a year toward defense, and that's a tremendous amount of money. It's a big up. I can only say if there's one word that comes out of today, it's unification. I've never seen anything like it. Every one of those countries, they love us, they love each other. That was tremendous unification.
U.S. Ambassador to NATO Matthew Whitaker joins us now. Okay, Mr. Ambassador, we have some more commitments, I guess you could say, from our allies on defense spending. So was the summit a win for the United States?
Good to be with you, Ash. It was a huge success, because of President Trump's leadership. We have seen over the last year since the Hague summit, where we all agreed to 5% of GDP on defense spending, a fundamental shift in NATO, and the unity in the room, and the fact that allies have invested about $150 billion in the last year since they made that commitment in defense, plus another $50 billion in new procurements, all from the United States, that benefits the U.S. defense industry, supports U.S. jobs. This was a great vibe, as you would say, in the room and surrounding the NATO summit. The defense industry showed up and our allies showed up. And, President Trump has every reason to take this victory because it's due to his leadership.
But we didn't get much in the way of commitments on Iran, did we? Is NATO staying out of this?
We actually, if you were in the room like I was yesterday, what you heard was many allies that have capabilities offering those capabilities to efforts like demining, to freedom of navigation, and to supporting the United States in the effort in the Strait of Hormuz. And, President Trump, was engaged in the whole meeting, listened very carefully. Obviously, those contacts and communications are going on at the military level among the countries as to who has what capabilities. But I think one of the things that our allies finally realized over the last year of President Trump, being active and engaged in NATO, is that they weren't as capable as they need to be in a very dangerous world, and we need to make sure that our allies are capable, because capable allies and stronger allies make a stronger NATO, it makes a stronger United States, and ultimately that strength is what guarantees the peace and allows us to do things like the denuclearization of Iran.
I also want to talk quickly, if we can, about the war in Ukraine. A new report says that Putin is not looking for peace, despite the push from the president. He is actually considering, reportedly, an escalation to his offensive in Ukraine. Do you know if there's any truth to that, and where do the negotiations stand?
Ash, I know that's one theory of the case, but this war has been going on for 5 years now, and it needs to end. The killing needs to end. President Trump is a deal maker. He's trying to make a deal with the Iranians, as you know. He's also going to work a deal if a deal has to be made, but it takes two to tango. It takes both sides to be willing to make an agreement. And I think we have seen a shift in the battlefield recently, where Ukraine has gained the initiative, has really frozen the front line, and has taken significant logistical hits against Russia and their war effort. And so I think, Vladimir Putin should come to the table, should negotiate and end this war. But at the same time, our European allies are continuing to support Ukraine, continuing to buy U.S. weapons through the Pearl Initiative, and continue to keep Ukraine in the fight, because their ability to defend themselves ultimately is what's going to create the environment for a peace deal that lasts for generations.
Well, let's hope it comes soon. Ambassador Whitaker, thank you very much, sir, for your time today.